Spirit Sports Consultants presents
our Week 12 best bets and preferred picks for the holiday games. We've got 4 games here for the holidays. What a great weekend. Got Green Bay, Detroit, San Francisco, Seattle, Washington, Dallas, and then the Black Friday game first, Dolphins, Jets. And as always, the Thanksgiving Day games begin at Detroit as they host the Green Bay Packers in this one. Detroit has had one of their best seasons ever. Jared Goff and that offense and that defense has been showing a little weakness, but we like them here in a closer game than people might expect. If the Packers' Jair Alexander is back, that pass defense is surprisingly good. We see this as a close division game. Looking at the odds here, we don't love that 7-point line. We would tease that down to 0.5 or 1. And then we also look at the under, maybe as a half bet, and then potentially include the Lions as part of a money line parlay as well. Next up, we have Washington at Dallas, and the Cowboys are having a year very similar to what the Dolphins are doing, whereas they struggle against the really good teams, and then they beat up on the average to weak teams. And we think that habit continues here, beating the Commanders 31-17. Dak Prescott and that offense should be able to thrive against a defense that no longer has Chase Young, and the Dallas pass defense has been phenomenal. And looking at the odds, we have Dallas favored by 11. Total's number is 47.5. We think in this case the best play is Dallas. Get that off the 11, do some shopping, get it down to 9.5. Let us know if anyone can answer this trivia question. We'll have the answer at the end of the video. 49ers at the Seahawks. The 49ers had that 3-game skid where they looked positively average. The Seahawks really haven't looked that dominant either. We'll overlook that loss at Baltimore, but the game that concerned us was where they hosted Washington and just barely won. We think the 49ers, now with Chase Young added to that defensive line with Nick Bosa, they're a Super Bowl threat, and we think they'll win it here 27-21 as the Seahawks come back down to earth. And looking at the lines, you've got the 49ers favored by 7, which is a lot for a road favorite. Total's number is 43.5. We still think 49ers are the best play. We don't have a number here because we think we want to include that as part of a teaser leg. 7 is a little bit much. Let's watch for injury reports on Geno Smith before we go on that number. Dolphins at the Jets and a Friday special. I think this is the first time they've played on this day. We like the Dolphins here at New York. Normally this would be a matchup, a potential upset for the Jets. And had the Dolphins not added Jalen Ramsey back, we would agree with that. But we think with Jalen Ramsey, Xavier Howard, and that pass defense, look out. We could even see the pass defense scoring a touchdown or two. But one pattern we're on to as we look at the odds for the game, which has the Dolphins favored by 9.5. Look at the totals, number 41. That's what we like. We like the under. We think going forward with the Dolphins having to play in colder weather as winter gets here, plus their offense just hasn't been clicking, and that Denver game really threw off their average numbers. Also, with Jalen Ramsey back, look for the under in most of the Dolphins games going forward. We think that's going to be the trend. So for our money line parlay of the week, we like those Dolphins and the Cowboys paired together. We think those are the strongest advantages for the week. And hopefully you didn't look it up. The answer to our trivia question is the Philadelphia Eagles, 6-1 all time. And we believe they're 6-1 because their opponents dropped game-winning touchdowns in each of those wins.
That's all for this time. Thank you for joining. Please subscribe to our channel, and we look forward to sharing our future videos with you.